Hi lovelies, thanks for being with me today. A lot of you were with me with the premiere that I recently did for the Evansdale girls. There was an actual full tarot reading on that, so if you want to check that out first, you're more than welcome to, or you can, it doesn't really matter actually, you can watch this one and then go back to that one. Either way, it doesn't matter. But today I'm doing the specific, this reading is specifically geared towards looking at the physical characteristics of the perpetrator. There could be more than one, not sure, but yeah, sometimes when more, like if conflicting or contradictory messages come up from these cards, it can represent more than one person involved. And that doesn't have to mean that there was, that second person actually at the crime scene. It could be somebody who has knowledge, okay? Could be an accomplice, we don't know. Or it could be just one person as well that has done this crime. But I do feel like there are people who know. There is like at least two other people that know. So let's get started. I'm not going to make this, too long, this reading today. I don't want it to be a long reading. But we're going to have a look at some charms, letters, numbers, astrology, okay? And we're going to be looking at just some other cards that I have here as well that could kind of give us an idea as to what this person's personality may be like. Let's have a look. Can you give us an idea, please, Spirit, regarding the Evansdale girls and the murders here? Yeah, what did I say? My gosh. In my tarot reading, I said he had children. He's a father by the looks of it here. And so I don't need to really so much read the, the shadow or the light sides, I guess. But it's interesting with the shadow, if we are looking at it as a shadow, dictatorial control, abuse of authority. Very much abuse of authority there, but that just tells me he is a father. It's just confirming really what I was picking up on in my tarot, that this guy has children. Could be two different people, something like that, but yeah, it's interesting. So can we get another one? There it is. Shapeshifter, interesting. So he just tends to blend in wherever he needs to within society. He has a skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential and everything, projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. That would be him there. Yeah, so he knows how to play people. He knows how to come across as this. He's very manipulative. I feel like he's able to, maybe he has actually fooled people in the past into thinking that he's just this really, good guy. He means well, he's trustworthy, he's a good father, and he's able to fool people and pull the wool over their eyes, basically. Gossip, interesting. Thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. So within his circle of friends, he is not a trustworthy person, obviously. He does talk about people behind their backs. He has been causing issues amongst his close friendships. But also I feel like he's really paying attention to the gossip. He's really all ears when it comes to the news, what other people are saying. I think he's very paranoid in some ways too. Like he's always worried about what people might be saying about him. And it could be because he is a criminal, he's done these crimes. So that could definitely amplify it within him. Especially as well, as I said earlier in the tarot reading, if he is a drug user, which I was picking up on. There could definitely be paranoias there already, but it does show somebody who is not trustworthy. He may shapeshift in terms of telling a person something that he knows they want to hear, and then if he's confronted with that, and then if he's confronted with that by someone else, he'll manipulate it in a way that it sounds like he didn't say that, or he was meaning it this way, So I feel like he just knows how to play people, and he's a good reader of people. He knows how to get away with things. He may even have the gift of the gab. He just knows what to say. It's kind of like, how some people who are innocent in something, like if you ask them a question and they're shocked and they're like, they might be shocked if you're accusing them of something or asking them a question outright, and they're trying to think of like something to say. They might be really worried. But this guy, he just comes right out with the answers. Like, he has an answer for everything. So he is a storyteller. He lies. And yes, I see he lies. Interesting, guys. Interesting. So let's get another card. I want to get another one, actually. Yeah. God. Oh, my God. No, no pun intended with that. But seriously, he has like a God-like complex. He is a narcissist. This guy... Yeah, it's so weird though, because I see all these insecurities within him, but he puts on that persona of being like a god. Look at this. I don't know what that word is, despotism or whatever it is. Cruelty, using power to control people. That's what he does. He uses his power to control others. And, you know, it could be that he is in a bit of a... he is in a high position. Maybe he is in a position where there's a bit of power. If it's in the household, or if he has, you know, some type of like a hierarchy with drug dealers, he might be the main man. Or it could be that he's in a high position with work. We just don't really know, but definitely a godlike complex with this person. Like he's especially knowing that he knows he's gotten away with this murder or this double homicide for so many years, and God knows what other victims are out there that he's gotten away with as well, other crimes. And he is a thief. He's not just a drug user, you know, or a liar, shapeshifter, whatever that is, you know. Definitely, obviously, the most important is he's a killer. But I also get this very secretive, very deviant actually, very sexual energy with this guy as well. And it might be that he's trying to compensate for something he can't do. Like, he's not good with intimate relationships. I feel like he may even have issues with sexual performance, and for some reason he gets this sexual desire and satisfaction from having power and control over a small victim or over a vulnerable victim. Oh, gosh, it's horrible tuning into this person. So can we get an idea, please, Spirit? What's going on with him? More energy, please. More energy around this guy. Wow, it flew somewhere. Where the hell did that go? Oh, gosh, hang on a minute, guys. Okay, it took a while to get them because they're right under my table. But interesting, we're talking about the sexual element, like seduction here. So, yeah, third-party interference, dating, I think he's very socially awkward in some ways, but then he's like two people, because I see that, but then I also see that maybe when he's under the influence of alcohol or drugs, like he puts on this cheeky persona, fakes it till he makes it, I guess. Healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addictions. I feel what's happened here, and he might be manipulative too when it comes to if there was like a girlfriend of his, or it might have abused her, like with addiction, like using that over her, like, you know, if you want this drug, then you got to do this for me kind of thing. But I'm wondering, around the time of the murders, was there some kind of withdrawal from drugs? Was there this breakup in a relationship that fueled this anger within him? Could have been something there. Heart with the key says, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, get together, perfect. And then you've got the snake. The snake. Yeah, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. Yeah, I feel like he's a cheater. He's probably cheating on the person he was with. And the sword and the rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. So yeah, once again, like the sharp weapon here as well, I feel. But I feel like he has the gift of the gab. And yes, he tries to win the woman over. Maybe he is good looking in a way. I don't know. There's something here. He's just manipulative. He's very manipulative. He's a liar. He's a snake. He's a snake in the grass. But yeah, as I said, able to manipulate his way and charm his way with whatever he wants. So it might be that he is a good-looking person, or it could be just that he is, as I said, able to just navigate his way with conversation, blackmail, that kind of thing's definite with this guy's blackmail amongst people here. Let's have a look at his physical characteristics, okay? Face shape is diamond. What else have we got? Unhealthy. Now that's interesting because those words actually came up in the tarot, is that he's an unhealthy person. I felt like there was health issues with this guy. And I wonder if he's ever had hepatitis or something. I don't know why that's coming through. It's so weird. Yeah, it's interesting. Seeing the yellow skin, I don't know what that means really. I don't really know. Strawberry blonde hair is interesting because I saw a guy with dark brown hair. Has he dyed his hair, or is this another person, or is this just him, the main perpetrator? Slouched posture, unconfident. Yeah, I'm telling you, even though there's this like godlike complex that does come through, deep down there's this insecurity, this insecure weasel, you know, this person who knows they're a loser. In their 30s. Well, that's weird because I saw that he was in his 40s. Face shape is long. So we've got two of them, two different face shapes, which could be two people. Underbite. So the top jaw might sit out. Is that, no, the top jaw? No, the bottom jaw sits out a bit more, I think. I don't know. It's maybe juts out a bit more. 5'5" to 6 foot. So of average height by the sounds of it. Freckles, which makes sense with the strawberry blonde hair, doesn't it? Strawberry blonde hair. That's like that red blonde kind of hair. And we've got mid-length hair, which is interesting. So someone might have had mid-length hair. That could be a female. Well, this could be a female as well, or it could be a male. I did see the female in the tarot. Once again, it seemed to point more towards someone with dark hair, but people can dye their hair, or it could just be, you know, talking about someone else. Look at that auburn hair. So, interesting. That's like a dark brown, red hair. Dark brown, look at the cheeky smile. Yeah, this guy's used to getting his own way. He's used to just talking his way through things. Even if he was to cheat on his girlfriend, she'd take him back. Like, he just has this air about him that, you know, narcissist. Oh my God, in their 40s. There we are. There's two. There's one in their 30s, one in their 40s. And a 5 o'clock shadow. So he does grow hair quite fast. Formal dress. So that tells me that there could be a business wear. Maybe if he is working, he might have to wear formal clothing. I'm just thinking, what is that? So I didn't see someone, I saw someone a bit scruffy who didn't really dress well at all, actually. But maybe somebody does dress like that for work, if they are working. Has a small family. That's what I saw as well. Doesn't have a big family, has a small family. And what I saw as well is that family may not necessarily be blood family, okay? It could be that this guy has been disowned or disconnected by family over time, even maybe for a long time. I feel like he's known to police, so there may have been like a jail time. There could have been. I'm not sure exactly, but there's something along the lines where there's been this disconnect from family, parents maybe, or siblings. Like there's just this. Maybe he's a black sheep of the family, where he comes from. But it's almost like this small family here. He might be share housing with people who are like a family to him. Wears eye contacts. Someone does makeup, cosmetics. There's a female. Like, I know men can wear makeup, but I don't get that idea with this. I feel like this is the female that we're talking about here as well. Upward eyebrows, athletic. And small teeth, more gum. So, yep. So might have small teeth. Excuse me. My son was just being loud in the room next door. Sorry. In their 50s. So there's someone in their 30s, someone in their 40s, and someone in their 50s. And some, a couple of them might have knowledge of what happened. Somebody is healthy. So somebody's healthy and someone's athletic and healthy and someone's not healthy. The main person's not healthy, I feel. Happy persona they put on with that cheeky smile. Multicolored hair for someone. So this could be someone who dyes their hair. It definitely sounds like maybe a female. But sometimes like when men are greying especially, like they might have the darker hair with a bit of the grey hair, and other colours might come through with that as well. We don't know. 5 foot to 5'5". So there's someone quite small and there's someone, as in... Well, I'm 5'5". I'll probably be around average height, but there could be someone smaller than that. Short. One seems maybe average to being tall, and one's smaller, like shorter. Wears sunglasses. And, I mean, who doesn't wear sunglasses? But maybe this person always wears them, might have them on their hat all the time, or just wear them when they're not... some people, I saw this the other day. Someone walked in to the supermarket and they kept their sunnies on and it was daytime. And, it's just like, why would you wear them indoors? You know what I mean? So it's almost like this person might do that. They might be someone who just wears them all the time. Ginger red hair's coming in and dark skin, which is interesting because I said that in my tarot I saw dark skin. I didn't see it as in... I saw it more like a suntan, like he's been outdoors a lot, to the point where his skin's gone brown, really brown, like on his arm. Scar, he's got scars or a significant scar, and dark brown hair, there it is. Dark brown hair. So there's 3 people. One's got strawberry blonde hair, one's got dark brown hair, and one's got the auburn hair. Husky voice, amber eyes, white collar job. That's that formal dress. Could be the female, could be him, could be some, I don't know who it is. But one of them works, well, look at that, casual dress. Interesting. Someone works a formal job and someone dresses casually. So it could be that there's a uniform that has to be worn, which would be like a formal uniform, formal wear for work. Tattoos, look at that, tattoos. And face shape is a heart. So we got 3. I think we had the diamond shape, the heart shape, the long shape. And wavy hair. Someone's got wavy hair and short hair. Maybe it's short wavy hair. But we did see mid-length hair too, which is interesting. Face shape is square, so that's a 4th person perhaps. Flame red hair. That could go with the auburn hair too. But usually women do actually have flame red hair, like they will dye it. Maybe this woman always dyes or has dyed her hair a lot as well. And fair skin. Let's get a couple more and then we won't, pulling out too many gets crazy. But it makes sense. All different things will come up for different ones that are involved too. Oops, what's that one fell on the ground? Hang on. Okay, what's it say? Blue collar job. There you go. That's like factory work. White collar is probably more like office, corporate. I don't know. It's hard. I'll have to find a list of things to talk about it with that as well, with a blue collar job. But it kind of reminds me of like a warehouse, truck driver, that kind of thing. Has allergies. And heart-shaped lips, thin lower lip. Let's get an idea of maybe some astrology. The main perpetrator, please. What could we be looking at with their star sign? Well, this is the 6th house, which is all about work, health, and daily area of your life. What else can we get with this? But another house, the 9th house, broadening your horizons either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. They might travel for work. So there could be a long distance traveling. If there's a truck driver or something, I'm just using it as an example, that could be something. Maybe it sounds weird, but might even have some spiritual beliefs, religious beliefs. We got the moon, your unconscious, sensitive emotions and responses are very secretive. Once again, a nighttime thing, it looks like here. So it could be a night job. Could be something along those lines as well. And we got Mercury, how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. So this is all about communication. It's about travel, which is interesting because the 9th house is education. Yep, it's very much about, interesting how I keep seeing like the travel, work, long journeys with work. Yes, because I don't think he would really want to be getting, I think he's more of a person who would rather do something solo. All right, I'm just going to close that door because I've got next door neighbour's dog barking. There's always noise, isn't there, somewhere? But they might own a dog. There you go. So we've got here, let's see something else. Can we get a star sign, please? Oops, far out. They're flying out everywhere today. The planet card's Neptune. Fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. Yeah, this person's a dreamer. Like, I feel like he is somebody who will tell these tales of things that aren't even true just to make himself look good. And he knows he's full of shit, you know, but it's just like, people believe him because he seems to be, he believes his own stuff as well. Like, you know, on one hand he knows he's full of it, but on the other hand I think he talks himself into things sometimes. We've got Sagittarius, which is interesting, in the 12th house. All right. Yeah, I feel like there could definitely be, there's addictions here, definitely secret addictions. And it could be that he's online looking at things a lot too. Could be porn, you know, things like that. Could be on the dark web. But anyway, I'm going to have a look at this. What is it? Sagittarius. Just want to check this out. Sagittarius. In the 12th house. Okay, just bear with me, guys. I've got all my stuff here that I need to look into, and I just want to see what that is right here, right there. So yes, yep, here we are. Sagittarius in the 12th house, which I could look at it that way. I mean, there's a few houses here, but Sagittarius in the 12th house says, very few signs can live in the 12th house with any real ease, and Sagittarians are no exceptions. So this energy is after freedom and the need to experience much, and therefore the call of this house is to focus on the inner life can frustrate and irritate them. A sense of restlessness usually takes over, and these folk are often about before any real work has been completed. So in other words, he just avoids any kind of inner work or anything he has to really deal with. He will just, avoid it. He avoids things. So he avoids commitments, maybe even appointments he's made. He doesn't want to have to be locked into anything. Yes, but I want to get an idea with these as well. So we have got, looks like Neptune, the 10th house, and Scorpio, is it? Scorpio. Let's have a look here for Scorpio. Yeah, we got, was it Neptune? So you have to bear with me, guys. Just bear with me because it's really interesting stuff, this one. So if we look at Neptune, okay, Neptune in the 10th house, you could look at it that way. So Neptune, all right, in Scorpio, because this is what we're looking at, is, okay, so he could be, and it's interesting when we're looking at the dates that's in this book here, could be between, it could have been born between 1956 and 1970. At the time of the murders. Doesn't have to be, guys. It doesn't have to be. It's just interesting. So this is the areas of death and rebirth, destruction and regeneration, obsession, sex, power and control. This is all the stuff that's going on around him. Yep. And it could have been that he grew up around that time as well, where these things were occurring with the world, you know, with the generations that were evolving. But it's just showing me the energy around this guy. We've got Neptune right there as well, which is interesting. Yep, definitely. I feel like this guy has got some very deep fantasies around, around sex too. And all right, let's just see. Yep, so I've got another one here. So Neptune in the 10th house indicates a person who will have difficulty settling down in any one career. This person tends to be boundaryless, so he doesn't have boundaries when it comes to setting life goals, and may not have the discipline to stick to these goals either. So he could be in and out of jobs. That's how I see him. I don't feel like he likes being told what to do. He doesn't like being anywhere too, he wants to be on the move. So it might be why if he is in a job that's long distance traveling, truck driving or delivering, it makes sense he could be doing something along those lines. Or he could have been unemployed, maybe he's drug dealing, that's what he's doing, It's interesting because Mercury is the Gemini energy also, which is very much around your local neighborhood as well. So it could be that he was just, doing things very, very local as well. But we got the 6th house, which is also Mercury, which is Virgo, and that's about work. So, he may have been working for other people, but there's obviously illegal things he's been doing here as well. So there's a sense of loss in the area of career. I didn't see he was very good with money. Yeah, I saw that he wasn't very good with money. He hasn't been able to set structures in place. He only finds that anything he tries to build or rebuild will come crashing down around him. So he never finds success. He never finds that status. That's why that godlike complex is there. And he makes that everything's okay and that he's successful in life when really he's not. And also interesting because it says here someone who will work behind the scenes behind the scenes position, because this is talking about career when it comes to the 10th house here as well. We're seeing the number 10 right there. So interesting how I saw that. And they can have their calling in the creative arts. So it could be that he prefers to make things with his hands. Maybe he likes to do woodwork or metalwork. If he's into knives, he might carve things out of wood. I don't know, it's just coming to me that he could be doing something like that. Hands-on, sharpening knives. I see, maybe working with, carvings, metal, building things, doing up cars, or something that's tinkering, making something, creating something. Interesting that. Could even do artwork. I mean, who knows really, but definitely isn't someone that's going to stick to a job for long. And relationship-wise, definitely isn't able to hold relationships down either. So it could have been, as we saw before, there was something toxic going on in a relationship. Maybe his girlfriend caught him out in something. She could have broke up with him, or there's some huge thing going on around then that really had him feeling angry and stewing to the point where he's, looking out for something or somebody to take it out on as well. Jeez, guys, it's crazy. All right, let's get some charms and letters. And, being a father, as I could see children here, he's not a good father. Like, he's not someone that hangs around. Like, he'll take off. Like, he won't be around. Yeah. All right, let's get some letters and charms here. Charms, the Evansdale Perpetrator. So we got the turtle shell. So it shows me that he doesn't really have a home that he calls his home. I mean, even if he share houses, maybe there is somewhere that is kind of like home, but I feel like I just see him going from one place to another. Like, he's not really calling anywhere home. So it could be also that he takes a lot to come out of his shell. He's very guarded in a lot of ways as well. He might have someone around him called Michelle or Shell. That could be something. Might live near the wildlife area there. I'm seeing like an animal here. So like a turtle, or tortoise or whatever they are there. So we got the hand. Okay, the hand, what does it say? Love. So I feel like he does love making things with his hands. That's what I see here. Yep. There's something he's doing that he makes with his hands. And we got the kiss or the lips here. So this is communication. Yep, I don't know what that is right now. Getting onto that one. So this one here, you know, he could be wearing gold jewelry. It may be that he has gifted somebody with jewelry just recently, like gold jewelry. He might even steal jewelry. Yeah, it could be definitely stealing jewelry. Could be making jewelry. You know, you could look at it in any way, but yes, there's something there about jewelry. I think he has trophies, actually. He has trophies that are jewelry. It could be gold jewelry. Maybe one of the girls had a bracelet on or something. There's something that could be from one of the girls, the Evansdale girls, or it could be another victim. There's something there. And we've also got the skull and the bones. So it kind of reminds me also of a tattoo. And I'm wondering if he has a tattoo of a skull or bones. Might listen to heavy metal music or... well, yeah, obviously it's talking about remains here too when we look at it that way. So I feel like there's been other victims, and we've got the Capricorn energy, which is all about power and control. So this is all about power and control for him. He could also be a Capricorn, being an outdoorsy person. This, you know, if he has got strong Capricorn placements, he might have issues with his knees, kneecaps, things like that. But he could be a bit of a hiker. He likes being outdoors and walking around. Yep, he might be good with that kind of thing. We've also got the mermaid. So it just shows me that there's some kind of, and I'm getting that word seduction. It almost reminds me of the sirens, who would call out to the sailors, right? So I feel like in some ways, like he is very tempted when it comes to women or sex, like it's constantly on his mind, perhaps. You know, this is something, could also represent that he has a little girl, like a daughter. We've got here the cross. Once again, it could be that there's a cross tattoo. It could be that he is or has come from some kind of religious background. There is a faith, but it could even be Satanism. I don't know. I'm not really getting it exactly what it is, but there could be something that he believes in. Could be paganism or something like that. Yes, I feel like he has, he goes to strip joints. I don't know why I see that when I look at this charm. It's probably not even, you know, to do with that. Like if I was doing a love reading or something on my other channel, it'd probably be a completely different meaning. But I saw this and I thought stripper. So I feel like he is somebody who will go, you know, to those places. And we've got here the United States of America 1 dime. Is there a date on this here? We've got Liberty written on here, which is interesting. Yeah, I was just thinking of Libby and Abby. It doesn't have to be, but interesting. 1988 could be a significant, excuse me, date. And we've got a letter D right there as well above it. So, could be something significant. Maybe his name starts with D. I don't know. Don't know. We'll get some letters now. As well. Okay, so we'll get some letters, see what comes up. Shivers, there's a few. So we've got a G, U, R, L, V, P, O, Y, J, Q, D, M, H, X, E, and an N. Okay, so I'm just going to, oh my Lord, the first word I saw, holy crap, it just stood right out to me, meth, M-E-T-H. I told you in the tarot reading, I feel this guy is a drug user, a drug dealer. I feel like he's on meth. I feel like there's been meth. Yep, and he met up with them on that trail, the girls. Yep, and there's a net. I don't know what the net means. The net, is it a fishing net? A fishing net? He carries a net with him, does he? For maybe he does crab fishing or something, or is it crab? What do they call them? Yabbies or something. There's like a net he puts in the water, perhaps. That could be something that he has at home that he uses. There could be a dent in his car, because we did see that car accident too. There could be dents in his car. He might own an old car. We've got the name Jen, Jen. So is there a Jenny, Jennifer? around him. Got Jed, J-E-D. Gemma. Got the name, the word Tom, T-O-M. Okay, so I've got the name Tom. Excuse me, I had to sneeze, so I had to stop the video for a second. Tom and Dominic. Could be a last name or something. Dominic. Could be dominatrix. Is he into that kind of stuff? I don't know. We've got home, H-O-M-E. So he does call, I feel like he calls that place home. He's very local. But in some ways he may not call any place really like a home, He might feel a bit like a little bit like a transient in that way, that he does travel around. What else we got here? I'm actually going to stop the video in a minute anyway and write up things that I find, but I just wanted to quickly see if there's anything that stands out to me right now as well. Yeah, no, I'm going to stop it for a minute and I'll get back in a minute. I'll come back. Okay, I got a few. There might be a lot more that you guys have found that I am not seeing just because time is, against me today. But basically what I've got here is Mo, as in M-O-E, could be someone's name, Mo. Mo, as in he might have a moustache, or he might have a moustache. We've got the word loner. Well, we do know he is a loner. Likes to be on his own. Money is the situation, like an issue with him here. And we got the word phone. I wonder how many phones he has or has gone through. But the phone's interesting, so it makes me wonder, did he take photos of his kills? Maybe that was a trophy for him. Some kind of, trophy. And then we got the name Joan. So I'm wondering if it's like Jones. And Jonesy, Jones, could be Jones. Tex-Mex. So is that a food he likes? Is there something to do with Texas or... I don't know. We've got the word X here. Monty. Okay, we've got Monty. We have... what am I looking at there? Hang on a second. This is weird. Maybe I'm just dreaming. Hang on a second. I just wanted to see something. Oh, this is so bloody weird. We have the word Python, guys. P-Y-T-H-O-N. I'm thinking that's how you spell Python. Monty Python? What the heck? Is he into that? Does he own a python? Because we saw that snake come up. Is he a snake owner? Rex, Lex, front. He puts on a front. Joy is coming up again. Now, that's interesting because in the tarot, the card came out that said joy. And I didn't think about it until afterwards. I thought, well, that could be someone's name around him. Tony is another word that came through. Pony, phony. Fret. So he might have a lot of anxiety and fret over things. Or it could be that he plays a guitar. Because a guitar has frets. We've got vet. We also have Trey, T-R-E-Y. We got love, lover, and lovey. Now, it tells me that he might have a few lovers. And also I'm wondering if he calls women or kids lovey. Like, you might say, yeah, that's right, lovey, or, yeah, lovey. I just think, ugh, it's giving me the creeps. Also, move and mover came in. So I'm thinking, could he work as a removalist, or had he worked as a removalist? June and July came up in these letters, which is interesting because the girls went, they were abducted and killed in July. But June is interesting. So I'm wondering, was he, were they in his sights around then? Did he have any idea about them? Was he hanging around that area then? And meth, as we saw earlier, came up, but I also got the word pot. So definitely drug dealing, drug using. And as I was tuning into the letters, I could smell grease on him. I could smell that grease smell, like he's been in a factory or works on like mechanics. Could be something along those lines. Or, yeah, I'm not sure really. Then I saw the word wren, W-R-E-N. So I was thinking of the little bird. Is that something that's significant to the area? Is it a tattoo that he has? I don't know. Could it be the name of a street he lives in? No idea. Then we got Hume, H-U-M-E. Kind of reminds me of like a highway, or it could be just a word somewhere. We got the word fume, so he fumes over things. Fox coming up, so I wonder if he hunts foxes. It's interesting, I think the word den came up as well, like fox den. Then we had the word honey. So once again, he could call people lovey, honey, something along those lines. Might work on a honey farm. I don't really know, but that's just coming up right there. So let's get some numbers, and this could be age, birth date, could be like a number in his house, on his number plate, could be anything. We don't know until we know, I guess. We got a number 7, and we got a number 5. Is that the year he was born? 75. We got number 1. Is he 51? They don't have to be in order either. Could be in the year of 71. We got a number 3. Could be postcodes here too for some of them. Got 884 and a 4 and a 1. Oh, being told to take out one more. And we got a 6. So 7513 884416. Doesn't have to be in that order. Could be the ages of a victim as well, his other victims, because I feel like there are other victims here. Can we just get one more message, please, before I close this up today? I don't think I even got my Divine Oracle out at all. I just wanted to quickly go over just a couple of them here, see if anything makes sense. It may or may not, because it's not really what I've put this whole theme around today, but just wanted to see if anything else comes up that we could know, please, Spirit, about this person, about the crime, regarding Elizabeth and Lyric. Yeah, my gosh, look at that. The female child victim on the trail. And there might have been other ones. Yeah, I don't believe that Lyric and Elizabeth are the only ones that he has approached or, you know, pursued or watched or even killed maybe. We don't know. Jealousy issues, personal. Yeah, he gets really weird. He gets weird about things. He takes things personally. Has a very interesting... Yeah, look at that. Travel. Yeah, he took these girls in the car. And he may also travel for work, as I said before. Like, there's this traveling. He doesn't like just staying in the one spot, I don't think. What was that one that came up? Lust, affair, temptation, infidelity. That did go back in the deck, but I just thought to bring it out. But kidnapped, abduction. Yeah, we know that's what's happened with the girls. They were kidnapped. This may have sexual element to it. God. Misadventure, lost in the mountains, opportunity, random impulse. So it looks to me like there has been perhaps a victim that has actually been kidnapped, put in the mountains somewhere. It was an opportunity, a random opportunity, impulsive thing for him where, you know, the police might have seen this as a missing person who's, well, maybe classified it as misadventure or became lost. Maybe there is still a missing person. Or if the person has been found, the police could have said, okay, this was a misadventure. I feel like the body may still be out there, though. But it's interesting because he left, as far as we know, what it seems like, Lyric and Elizabeth out in the open. They weren't concealed, you know, like as in buried where their remains would never be found. So I don't know, you know, but then again, if they are deep, if this victim is in deep bushland, maybe they just haven't been, you know, no one's come across them. Internet messaging, social media came up last time in the tarot. So I'm just thinking he's keeping an eye on developments. Look at that, solved evidence. Maybe this idiot is going to say something online and the police will track him down. It just takes one mistake for someone to say something stupid, like brag about something, and then they've got him. Yeah, look at that. Secrets, cover up, withholding information. That came up in the last one. Tarot reading of, you know, maybe even 3 people, including that female. Excuse me, I'm burping again. I tell you, in these readings, it happens where there's fears coming up. Now, it's interesting because I feel like within this group here, there's fears arising. Maybe he's afraid someone's going to talk. This was planned. This was planned out. So this is interesting. This is saying opportunity, random impulse. He did see an opportunity with Lyric and Elizabeth, but I feel like it was planned out. So he may not have, you know, he may not have set them out as a target as such, but he had in his mind that day that he was going to do this. So he may have been hanging out in those woods for someone to come across, you know, autumn, November might be significant here. We've also got a bicycle. Oh my gosh, guys. This little girls were on their bikes. My God. Yep, he drinks. Intoxicated drinking alcohol. Yep. And I feel like that's also the girlfriend or the ex around him. That's kind of like what their relationship is. God, got strangulation here. All right, I'm only going to pull out a couple more. Thank you, angels. Just a couple more, please, regarding the perpetrator of the Evansdale girls, please. Horrible energy on this guy, I tell you now. Oh, that's coming up again. Old abandoned barn shed. That came up last time. And look at this. Oh, my God. Look what just fell on the ground. A female suspect and accomplice. So, as I said, she may not actually have done the killing, but she has information, and she may know where some evidence is being kept, whether it be a car in a shed or some kind of weapon used. There's something she knows. And there's summertime coming in here, which, you know, this could be, well, it could be her name, Summer. Summer could be her name. Medium length hair. What came out in those blue cards? Medium length hair. Maybe she's got medium length hair. Oh, I'm getting creeped out. And what's this one got? Kind of like a auburn brown hair. Tattoos. I feel like they both have tattoos. Short hair shaved. Could be either one, really. Could be her or him. And family. They have a family. Maybe even together. Uniform impersonation, corruption and false came up in the tarot. And as I said, I don't believe it's LE that have done this to the girls. But I wouldn't be surprised if he wears a uniform. Like maybe he does wear a uniform. Like, so interesting. I saw like a wildlife ranger or something along those lines. Could be a security, I don't know. Religion, look at that. Religion's coming up around the church, faith, spiritual. I don't believe he goes to church. I don't believe that for a minute that he does. But there might be some kind of belief, spiritual belief that he has. Might even be shown through his tattoos. Oh my God, this has come up again. A car accident. And oh my God, look at that. This is so trippy because when I did the tarot and I saw that, I actually said old car, and I don't even know why I said it, but this is coming up saying old car. Holy moly. Yeah, wow. And some parts are going to be unsolved in this, which is, it's going to be sad if we can't find out all the stuff here. Natural causes, that came up as well. It sounds like he might die and take some information with him, guys. There's the bridge. Yep. March. One more. Group fight around the death. Yeah, this came up around it last time. That they're fighting over something. Yeah, it's weird. Oh, it's horrible energy though. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, because I wasn't sure whether he was alive or deceased. But maybe because he is unhealthy. Yep, that's my cue to go. Maybe because he is unhealthy, there's going to be a death soon, which would be a natural cause, perhaps. Yeah, it's weird, guys. I hope to God we can find some information on this. Just seems to say unsolved here, and he's going to meet his maker one day. That's just the energy I keep feeling, and it won't. I don't know if it'll be. I don't know if it'll be solved until someone actually speaks up. I really feel that. Or someone finds that shed, whatever's in there. Could be that it's found through other victims and other crimes, but I don't know, guys. hope this has resonated and given you some insight. Let me know if it's along the lines of what you've thought or think. If there's anything else you can, tune into that I haven't talked about today, feel free to comment below, guys. I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love you.